Have you ever wondered if you might still be paying bills you no longer have to? Many seniors keep sending money for charges that are either unnecessary, already covered elsewhere, or even legally unenforceable, and they do it simply because no one ever told them they could stop. These bills slip through unnoticed, quietly draining your budget month after month. And for someone on a fixed income, that wasted money could be going toward things you truly need or enjoy. In this video, we are going to look at 5 specific types of bills that many older adults are still paying, even though lawyers say they often don't have to. Each one has its own reasons why it may no longer apply to you, whether because of legal protections, benefit coverage, or programs designed to ease the financial load for seniors. You might recognize one or two from your own monthly statements. Realizing you can legally stop paying them could free up more than just money. It could give you peace of mind. Stay tuned until the very end because the last bill on this list is one almost no one talks about. Yet it can be one of the easiest to eliminate if you know the right steps. By the time we are done, you will not only know which bills to question, but also feel more confident about protecting your hard-earned money. Now let's get started. Number 1. Unused or duplicate insurance policies. One of the most common ways seniors lose money each month is by keeping insurance policies they no longer need or paying for coverage they already have through another source. Over the years, it is easy to accumulate multiple policies: life, accidental death, supplemental health, especially when companies market them as essential for peace of mind. The problem is that many of these overlap with benefits you already receive from Medicare, a pension plan, or even coverage you purchased decades ago that now serves the same purpose. When that happens, you may be paying twice for protection you can only use once. For example, imagine Ruth, a 79-year-old who had a small accidental death policy she bought in her 40s. Decades later, she still faithfully paid the premiums each month, even though her retirement benefits already provided similar coverage. No one ever explained that she could cancel without penalty. When her son reviewed her finances, they realized she had spent thousands over the years on something that no longer made sense. By canceling that outdated policy, Ruth freed up money for home repairs she had been putting off. Duplicate coverage can also show up in supplemental health insurance. Some seniors sign up for extra plans without realizing that their Medicare Advantage or supplemental Medigap plan already covers the same services. In those cases, the extra premium is pure waste, offering no additional benefit. Insurance companies rarely call to tell you this because they have no incentive to stop collecting your payments. That is why it is important to review your policies carefully and compare them to the benefits you already have. The key here is to take inventory, pull out every insurance policy you pay for and make a list of what each one covers, then check it against your existing benefits through Medicare, a retirement plan, or other programs. If you find overlaps, speak to a trusted insurance advisor or attorney before canceling to ensure you are not losing necessary coverage. In many cases, you will discover that one policy makes the other unnecessary, and you can safely stop paying for it. Letting go of unused or duplicate insurance is not about taking away your safety net. It is about trimming the excess that no longer serves you. Every dollar you keep from going toward an unnecessary premium is a dollar you can use to improve your quality of life. Whether that means saving for something important, enjoying small luxuries, or simply reducing your monthly expenses, the result is the same. You are in control of your money instead of letting outdated bills control you. Number 2. Membership and subscription renewals you never use. Another bill that quietly chips away at a senior's budget is the automatic renewal of memberships and subscriptions that you no longer use. Many of these start with good intentions: a gym membership to stay active, a club membership for socializing, a streaming service for entertainment. But over time, life changes, health needs shift, and your interests move in other directions. The problem is that these services are designed to keep charging you until you actively cancel, and the charges often fly under the radar because they are small enough to seem harmless on their own. Take the example of Walter, an 80-year-old who once enjoyed his monthly visits to a local social club. Over the years, his attendance became less frequent, and eventually he stopped going altogether, yet the membership fees kept hitting his bank account every month. For more than 2 years, he only discovered the ongoing payments when his granddaughter helped him review his statements. That simple oversight had cost him hundreds of dollars, money that could have been spent on things he actually used and enjoyed. The same thing happens with streaming services, online subscriptions, and even magazines that quietly auto-renew. Companies rely on the fact that many people will forget to cancel, and they make the process of stopping the charges just inconvenient enough that you might put it off. For seniors on fixed incomes, these small leaks in the budget can add up to a significant drain over the course of a year. The solution is to regularly review your bank and credit card statements with a sharp eye for recurring charges. Ask yourself whether each one is something you actively use and value. If the answer is no, it is time to cancel. Many companies offer cancellation online or by phone, and if you meet resistance, be firm but polite. You are under no obligation to pay for something that no longer benefits you. Think of it this way: every unnecessary membership or subscription you eliminate is like giving yourself a raise. That money stays in your pocket where you can direct it toward experiences or necessities that truly improve your life. And by keeping your spending aligned with your current needs and habits, you ensure that your budget works for you, not against you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3. Medical charges already covered by Medicare or supplemental plans. One of the most frustrating bills seniors continue to pay is for medical services that are already covered by Medicare or their supplemental insurance plans. These charges often show up because of billing errors, delays in processing, or confusion between the provider and the insurance company. Unfortunately, many older adults see an official-looking bill, assume it is legitimate, and pay it without asking questions. Over time, these unnecessary payments can add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Consider the experience of Linda, a 72-year-old who received a bill for a recent outpatient procedure. She paid it promptly, not realizing that her Medicare Advantage plan had already covered the full cost. Months later, while reviewing her explanation of benefits, she discovered the insurance had sent payment to the provider weeks before she wrote her own check. The provider should have never billed her directly, but without taking the time to compare the paperwork, she had essentially paid twice. These situations happen more often than you might think. Sometimes the provider's billing system sends out statements before insurance has finished processing the claim. Other times, the charges are for routine checkups, preventive screenings, or lab tests that Medicare covers entirely under your plan. If you do not cross-check your bills with your Medicare summary notice or supplemental insurance statement, you may end up covering costs that were never your responsibility. The best way to avoid this is to slow down before paying any medical bill. Keep every explanation of benefits you receive and compare it carefully with the statement sent by your doctor, hospital, or clinic. If the insurance says you owe nothing for a particular service, contact the provider's billing office and point out the discrepancy. In many cases, they will quickly withdraw the bill once they see the coverage in place. It can also help to have a trusted family member or friend look over your medical paperwork, especially if you find the process confusing. This second set of eyes can spot mistakes you might miss, and if you are ever unsure, call your insurance company directly to confirm whether the charge is valid. You earn these benefits, and part of using them well is making sure you are not paying for what is already covered. By challenging questionable medical bills, you not only protect your finances, but also send a message to providers that accuracy matters. It may take a few extra minutes, but those minutes can save you from losing money that should stay in your pocket. Once you get into the habit of verifying each bill, you will feel more confident and in control of your healthcare expenses. Number 4. Property taxes reduced or waived under senior exemptions. Many seniors are surprised to learn that they may be paying full property taxes when they actually qualify for significant reductions or even complete exemptions. Across the United States, numerous states, counties, and municipalities have programs designed to ease the property tax burden for older homeowners, especially those living on fixed incomes. These benefits are often age-based, sometimes starting at 65, and may also consider income, disability status, or veteran status. The problem is that these programs are not always widely advertised, and local governments rarely contact you to let you know you qualify. Take the story of George, a 77-year-old widower who had lived in the same modest home for over 40 years. His property tax bill seemed to rise a little each year, and while it was becoming harder to pay, he assumed there was nothing he could do about it. Then, during a conversation at his local community center, a neighbor mentioned the county's senior property tax exemption. George applied and discovered he was eligible for a 75% reduction in his tax bill simply because of his age and income level. The savings allowed him to finally fix a leaky roof he had been putting off for years. These programs vary depending on where you live, but the potential savings can be substantial. In some areas, qualifying seniors may be exempt from certain local taxes altogether. Others may allow you to freeze the taxable value of your home, meaning your property taxes will no longer increase even if property values rise. Some programs even offer refunds for taxes you have already overpaid, but you have to apply within a certain time frame to claim them. To find out if you qualify, contact your local tax assessor's office or visit their website. Look for terms like senior exemption, senior freeze, or homestead exemption. Be prepared to provide proof of age, income, and residency. If the application process feels overwhelming, ask a trusted family member or friend to help you gather the necessary documents. Many senior centers and legal aid organizations also offer free assistance in completing these forms. The key takeaway is that you should never assume you have to pay the full amount listed on your property tax bill. These senior exemptions exist to make it easier for older adults to stay in their homes without the added stress of rising tax costs. By taking advantage of them, you are not asking for special treatment. You are using a benefit that was designed for you. The money you save can go toward maintaining your home, covering medical expenses, or simply enjoying more of the life you have worked hard to build. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Debts past the statute of limitations. One bill that many seniors continue to pay, often out of habit or fear, is for old debts that are no longer legally enforceable. Every state has what is called a statute of limitations for debt collection. This sets a time limit on how long creditors or collection agencies have to sue you for payment. Once that time period has passed, they can still ask for the money, but they can no longer take you to court to force payment. The catch is that many people, especially older adults, are never told when a debt has expired, and collectors often rely on that lack of knowledge to keep receiving payments. For example, Elaine, an 81-year-old retiree, kept sending small monthly payments toward a store credit card debt from more than a decade ago. The debt had been sold to a collection agency, and every time she received a letter, she worried about damaging her credit or facing legal trouble. What she didn't realize was that in her state, the statute of limitations for that kind of debt was 6 years. By continuing to pay, she not only spent money unnecessarily, but also accidentally restarted the clock on the debt, making it appear collectible again. This is a common trap. In many cases, even acknowledging the debt in writing or making a token payment can revive it, giving collectors more time to pursue you. That is why it is so important to know your rights and to find out the statute of limitations for different types of debt in your state. The time limit can vary depending on whether the debt is from a credit card, medical bill, personal loan, or other source. The safest approach is to never pay or agree to pay an old debt without first confirming whether it is still legally enforceable. You can request written verification from the collector that includes the date of the last payment and the original creditor. If the statute of limitations has passed, you can send a letter stating that you do not acknowledge the debt and will not be paying because it is time-barred by law. Consumer protection agencies, legal aid services, and state attorney general offices can provide free resources to help you take these steps. Understanding the statute of limitations is about more than just avoiding unnecessary payments. It is about protecting yourself from tactics that prey on fear or uncertainty. You worked hard for your money, and once a debt is no longer enforceable, keeping that money in your pocket is your legal right. By learning the rules and standing your ground, you can stop old debts from haunting your budget and instead focus on using your income for the things that matter most in your life. Final thoughts. Looking back at these 5 types of bills, it is easy to see how they can slip into our lives and quietly drain money we could be using for better purposes. Whether it is an old insurance policy, a subscription you no longer use, a medical bill that was already covered, a property tax you could have reduced, or a debt that has passed its legal life, each one represents a chance to take back control of your finances. For seniors living on fixed incomes, every saved dollar counts, not just in the bank account, but in the sense of security and confidence that comes from knowing you are no longer paying for what you do not owe. This is not about cutting corners or denying yourself things you need. It is about being intentional with your resources and making sure that your hard-earned money works for you, not for companies, agencies, or collectors who may be counting on you to stay in the dark. I have seen many people just like you transform their monthly budgets by taking the time to review their statements, question unfamiliar charges, and seek out the benefits they are entitled to. Those small actions added up to hundreds, sometimes thousands in annual savings. The process starts with awareness. Pull out your latest bills and statements, look at them with fresh eyes, and ask yourself whether each one is still serving you. If something feels off, do not be afraid to dig deeper. Reach out to trusted advisors, family members, or legal aid services to get clear answers. In many cases, a simple phone call or a short form can eliminate a bill that has been sitting there for years. The truth is, no one will protect your money as fiercely as you will. By taking an active role in managing your bills, you are not just saving money, you are setting an example for those around you. You are showing that it is never too late to take charge, ask questions, and make changes that protect your well-being. So the next time a bill arrives, remember this conversation. Look closely, think critically, and do not be afraid to act. The financial freedom you gain will not only lighten your load today, but also give you greater peace of mind for the future. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.